Lantana. So you're going to get all 3 colors that you see right there. 5 easy payments of $6. We're going to ship them to you for free when it's the exact right time for you to plant them. But when you look at the Lantana, each flower is like a bouquet, like a ombre bouquet. And boy, they are absolutely beautiful. Katie Dubal is here with us. She is our expert from Cottage Farms. She is a judge at the Philadelphia Flower Show. She writes garden trends. And Katie, I know that Lantana is one of these things that's very popular, but you guys from Cottage Farms bring us Lantana that I'm not going to find anywhere else.
No, you are not. I am so excited because a lot of our Lantana that's out there, first of all, does not come in all these colors.
Right.
So we are bringing you a boatload of fun new colors, that pink with that touch of yellow. But what this one is it's called sterile in the garden world. But what all that means for you that you need to know is that it doesn't produce a seed. So a lot of our plants, to keep them going, they'll produce a seed. This Lantana doesn't. So what that means is it will just keep blooming and blooming and blooming and blooming. It never knows to go to seed. And so it will be loaded with blooms, just what you want from it, from basically out of the box when it arrives all the way through until fall.
Look, yeah, the one that you're holding is already blooming. So what you actually, and one here is ready to start to bloom. So this is what you're going to get home. Now, Lantana, I have seen it, like you can find it at big box stores, grocery stores, but their varieties are very, very limited. I sometimes see just a yellow or something. These are the most beautiful varieties. It's like a painting.
Oh, you said ombre before, and I love that. I mean, we'll just pick off a pink stem here. Oh, look,
that's a real flower.
That's a real flower, and you can also see the up close, and you can tell the pollinators are going to go crazy for this because of those little.
Like all of those are all like just little ports for hummingbirds and butterflies and the bees. Also, not only is it a pollinator's heaven, but these are going to be good plants, I understand, for those weekends when you go away and like, who's going to water my plant? Because they're very heat and drought tolerant,
Very
right?
heat and drought tolerant. I have so many friends out there in the southwest part of this country that are always like, but is this good for Arizona? But is this good for Nevada? Like, oh no, I say a lot of our plants don't grow in that heat and that dry. Lantana is a superstar in those climates.
So we're getting these vivid pinks and oranges and reds, but saying that only tells a fraction of the story, because in each one of those pinks and oranges and reds, there is a whole color show. So tell me what's happening here. Do they kind of change throughout the season?
So they do. So they'll come out that pink, and then throughout the season, they'll stay that pink hue, but then you'll get, and it is a separate one, but you'll get a little tinge of yellow. This is what we call the mango, which has an undertone of that orangey color with the centers being more of the yellow hue. And then you get the red, which is bright, bold red, and that also has a little tinge of yellow to it. That's one of the reasons we also picked all 3 of these to go together, is because you know we talk about color blocking a lot, like with our sun patients. Well, you might want to get all the same color. With these 3, they would look beautiful if you put them in the ground as a hedge, a dense hedge. You don't need to color block in this case, because the yellows, I think we've designed this collection for you to look really good together.
And the thing about them, they are going to be blooming perhaps even out of the box. If they're not blooming when you take them out of the box, they'll be blooming very shortly. And you're going to get flowers like this until you have a hard frost without ever having that midsummer slump.
That's right.
You know how like there's always those periods of time in your garden where you look out and you're like, this is really an off week. So I always call it this is my slow week, where like, maybe all of my alliums and stuff are starting to die, but my black-eyed Susans haven't gotten to go yet, right? So there's never a slump with these. Wow. Okay.
I know.
So I wonder how many sets I'd have to get this look.
So what you see here, they're going to get to be about 12 inches tall by 24 inches wide.
Okay.
These are like our sun patients. They're going to give it their all in one season.
So this is maybe only like a set and a half, maybe.
Exactly.
Or 2 at the most.
Especially because you see the same coloration. You know, they have the mango in the center with the 3. So this probably is 2 sets. But I love it in the ground, but also in containers, of course. So same with our sun patients. If you're thinking about putting this in a container, it will grow fast. This will turn into this by the end of your season very quickly. So put it in at least a 12 or 14 inch container.
Okay, I'm looking at how you put it with your Rose of Sharon. That is unbelievably beautiful.
Beautiful. Container trees, underpotting those, window boxes. It does have a beautiful spilling habit. As you can see, it's starting to spill over the edge of that container there. So if you're looking for that container drama, you know, I love our spiller, filler, thriller. This is the one that's going to give you that spilling, dramatic, really also romantic look over the edge of the container.
And we're really proud of the fact that we're going to be able to ship this to you for free. You can see all 3 colors there. We're going to ship it at the time that's just right for you. And if you want to go on auto delivery, we can send it out to you again. We won't charge you until then, but we can send it out to you again in spring of 2025. Now, Lantana is very popular, but I don't really want to grow everything I see at the hardware store, right? Like, I want something different. These are beautiful varieties that you are not going to find anywhere else. You won't find this pack up anywhere else. I actually looked up, did you know, here's the little fun facts on Lantana, that they represent energy and positivity.
Ooh.
And some people believe that they are good luck and ward off any negativity. So I was like, oh, these would be pretty, like, wherever you get out of your car, or wherever you walk in, maybe you don't have a car, and wherever you're walking in, like, kind of just like leave your cares behind, right?
I love that. And I love also, like, right by the door where you can brush against them, because we did mention they're a pollinator magnet, but they're fragrant, super fragrant. I mean, here, let me pop this off and you can smell it. They are one of those fragrant plants that have a nice, delicate scent.
Yeah, but it's almost like a fruity fragrance.
It smells like candy to me.
It smells like fruit candy, almost less floral and more like tropical fruit.
Yeah, it does.
Am I smelling papaya? That is cool.
It's really good. So I also love that these, if you live in an area, let's say zone 7+, these are a perennial. So that is if you get about 10 degrees, 20 degrees, and you have these planted on the south side of your home, these are perennials. So, you know, for us here in Pennsylvania, we plant them once, they will not come back because we get below 20. But for some of you, remember, Southwest, drought, heat, they can really take it, and they fill in densely and they grow really, really fast. So they're a great performer in our garden. One of those that once you plant them, of course, you know, here in Pennsylvania, we get a lot of rain, but I don't really need to do much with mine.
You know, these would even be pretty if you were going to put them in things like places that you would maybe put like your lavender or something, right? Because then you'd have a variety of shapes, and they do give you that kind of heat tolerant, drought tolerant, amazing if you want to give something to the pollinators to snack on. So those bees that need our help, the butterflies, the hummingbirds, no matter where you live, you can create these little pollinator paradises. Pollinators are so important.
They're so important.
It's a little thing we can do to help.
But it still can be beautiful. You know, it doesn't have to
smell so
be,
good. I understand why the pollinators like these.
And have such a variety of color. I'm really excited to be able to bring an easy plant that is so colorful.
They're beautiful. Now, don't forget, we also have our bud and flower booster, or bud and flower booster from Cottage Farms. That's available to feed them. And can you tell me about the warranty?
Yes, I can. So we guarantee these plants. We consider them annual, so we guarantee them from a whole 90 days from the time of purchase. So that is practically your whole growing season. If for any reason you're dissatisfied, please get in touch with us.
Thanks so much, Katie. They're beautiful. I love how they smell.